And because this is a title fight, we're going to do 3 5-minute rounds as opposed to the 4-minute rounds we saw earlier.
Yeah. So basically, pro time for an amateur fight, for an amateur title fight.
As it should be. If you're fighting for a title as an amateur, you're ready to go pro.
Yeah. And Brian's got 2 titles now already. I think one of them may be an interim.
Boy, Nicholas sure moves those hands around unlike anyone I've ever seen. Good left hook there. He's working in the clinch there.
Nick trying to push him up against the cage.
Brian has that underhook. He's going to try to turn him at some point.
Borst with the knee.
Brian gives up that underhook, so allow Nick to switch to a single leg. When Brian tries to go for this guillotine,
got an arm in guillotine.
It doesn't look very good, very deep.
It's possible to finish, but yeah, it doesn't look like his arm's under his neck.
And Brian doesn't seem to be squeezing very hard
No,
either. He
I
knows
think
better.
He just hold him down so he can maybe work for that triangle. Going for a omoplata.
And they're right in the corner of Nicholas, of Brian. So his coach right there is going to be giving him all the instructions he needs to try to
calm him down, keep him relaxed. You know, stop him from doing something he shouldn't do.
Nicholas is trying to slam his arm out of being grabbed by Brian. As you can see, his left arm is trapped by Brian's right. And there he gets it out finally.
Nicholas trying to pass his guard. Brian not going to let him. Brian trying to push him off, push him off of him.
A lot of pressure by Nicholas, a lot of pressure.
Brian throws up an arm bar, Nicholas gets out of it.
Again, he's tying up, now he's tying up the right arm of Nicholas. But he's putting a lot of pressure on him, putting that head against the cage.
Yeah, Borst, Nicholas keeping Brian against that cage. He doesn't have can't move around a whole lot. Doesn't have anywhere to go. Nicholas in side control. Now it's north-south.
Brian has that underhook though. He's going to look to sneak out.
Yeah, he can. He can go. He can get out if he wants.
There he goes up. He's going to try for that double leg. A lot of shoulder pressure. He doesn't want him to stand up. He's going to get it anyway. With that wall behind you, or the cage behind you, use it as a wall and stand up.
Yeah, walk. Wall walk.
And Brian, you can tell he's a very accomplished wrestler. He's using that head pressure. He's putting that head right in the jaw of Nicholas at all times.
That head, yeah. The way it looks like Nicholas might have been a wrestler too. There's not a lot of striking going on.
That's pretty obvious.
Grappling.
And again, I'll remind the people that this is incredibly tiresome on your body. Constantly working in a clinch position with someone else is incredibly tiring.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it takes a lot of energy, but it does.
Ooh,
Nicholas
good knee.
with a nice knee right in the center of the stomach. Brian answers with the knee of his own back.
Working that guillotine again. He's thinking about it, and he's making Nicholas hand fight to get those hands off of him. Able to do that. I would thought he was going to switch to a head and arm and try to chuck him from there, and wasn't able to do it. 10 seconds to go. They decided to exchange some leather. Oh, good left by Brian there at the end of the round.
And here we go, round 2.
Again, with that very strange style from Nicholas to start out. He wants to grapple right away. Going for that single leg now, and Brian wants to keep his feet on the outside. There, he switches to a double leg. It's called a flare, and got it rather easily.
Inside control now. Brian hanging onto that head. Not really going to get anything from there.
Just biding his time there. And Nicholas is going to try to work into a better position, but he's not going to get it.
Brian working in half guard now.
In this position, Nicholas really just wants to put his head against the cage and strike. And Brian's he's gonna tie him up here, and he's gonna have to move his hips and make some space here. Looks like he's trying to walk his guard up by locking that shoulder up. It's just not working right now. The pressure's too much for Nicholas. This is exactly what Brian needs. He needs to get his body close, as he's doing there with his head, so he can try to stand up. He's going to want to stand up from here.
Nicholas almost looked like he was attempted a guillotine.
In his corner, Brian's corner is telling him to let go of that head so he can stand up. It's just keeping him down. And what it does, it gives Nicholas a lever to move him where he doesn't want to go.
Yeah. Brian gets up. Nicholas answers with a knee.
He's got that underhook on the right side. He needs to push the head away and turn him so he gets the advantage here. Again, he's grabbing for that head. Sometimes it's a natural instinct that you got to learn to suppress because it doesn't do you any good.
No, yeah. These are both higher level amateurs.
Again, he's wrapping his head around there. He's just going to get taken down easily here. Again, he's going to get his back taken. So from here, Nicholas just needs to put his knee in the back thigh of Brian, and he's going to take him down with that single leg again if he's able to do that.
Yeah, Brian needs to get off that cage and strike or do something.
Do something different, yeah.
Like Nicholas just wants to take him down and try, work some ground and pound or something.
And he wraps up that head again. He's not really getting any further here. From here, he could just walk him away from the cage and re-engage from the center.
It kind of seems Borst is happy with where he's at.
He shouldn't be.
No.
But perhaps we're not giving Nicholas enough credit for the pressure that he must be putting on him. Maybe he just can't get away from the cage.
Yeah.
There he decides to attempt to pull guard, but from that position, that's going to be very difficult to do with your back against the cage there.
Yeah, you don't have any room to work.
There's no room to work, and you need to make space for a guillotine to work properly.
Or arm, you know, and even if you arm bar, can't really work anything if you get in guard.
Again, he's grabbing for that underhook, but he's not trying to turn him, and that just it gives Nicholas an opportunity for that single leg again.
Yeah.
Well, if Nicholas comes out anything like he did the last two rounds, maybe Brian should just throw a big shot here to start it off like that.
Keep his distance.
See, he puts his arms out and he starts moving around like that. Brian needs to take advantage and throw. Nicholas grabs it, but Brian goes into an attempt a leg lock. You can tell Nicholas has a lot of grappling experience. He just puts pressure on that leg.
Yeah, he sits down on that leg. He can't bend it. Brian can't straighten it out. He gets further down on that ankle. He can't get it.
Now he's stuck into half here. He's definitely going to want to. You can hear Will. He's pleading him to try to get to his guard here instead. But he's in the center now, and perhaps he has he can work his guard a lot better now.
Yeah, he's not pressed well.
And of course, there goes Nicholas, walks into the cage on purpose so that he shove that head against the cage and work from there.
And that shows you right there, he knows what he's doing.
He did eat an up kick there from Brian. He's going to try to pass the legs. He's going to try to roll underneath and grab the leg. Let's see. I'd like to see some more ground and pound here tried from Nicholas.
How do the judges call this fight?
Unfortunately, you have to probably give it to Nick right now just because of the pressure, but he's not doing anything either with it.
Yeah,
he's controlling him, but he's not doing anything with it. Again, there's pressure, but not a lot of work here. I'd be surprised if Jesse doesn't stand them up if they're not doing anything here. You wouldn't normally stand guys up if there's a dominant position, but it's really not that dominant position, especially if you're not doing anything with it.
It's not like he's punching him or
really even looking to pass.
Yeah.
There he's passing a little. There he gets into half. With just over 2 minutes left to go in this round, we got to see some action here.
Yeah, 2 minutes left. Like you said, Brian needs to do something, or
he can lose this fight because he just won't get off his back.
Yeah.
He just hasn't worked enough.
No. And let Nicholas hold him up against the cage.
Yeah. Again, we're not the ones in there, so maybe the pressure that Nicholas is putting on is really hard.
Yeah.
But in this position right here, he's able to work. He needs to be an active guard here. If he chooses to slam him like this, as he picks him up, he should just unlock his legs and stand.
Yeah.
Instead of allowing him to be slammed.
Sweep,
Yeah, or attempt to sweep.
Standing up like that, all Brian has to do is grab the back and block his heels and push off with his knee, push off with his legs, and Nicholas will fall straight back.
He's locking up. He's locking his posture up again, but again, he's not aggressive, and then he's going to allow Nick to stand again.
Yeah, he's not throwing up any arm bars. He's not attacking. He's just basically trying to break his posture.
Looks like he might try something here, but without his posture being down, there's no attempt. There's no real attempt there with the omoplata or anything.
With 32 seconds left in the fight.
Brian just didn't do enough for this hometown crowd. I just don't see it. This crowd is imploring Brian to attempt something. It just, at this point, I think he's just too tired.
Yeah. Spend 35-minute rounds with somebody, laying
just all over you. Nicholas just messing around there, but he didn't really do enough to be able to mess around either.
After 3 rounds for the flyweight belt, all 3 judges score 30-27 for your winner. In the blue corner, Nicholas Klem.
I think that decision was pretty much expected there.
Yeah.